Very workmanlike win, I thought, today. Just really pleased with the way our guys played. Um, we came out really ready, and Brevin made some shots, which helps. Give the Georgia Tech kids credit. I thought once we got them on their heels, and then they regrouped and played much better the rest of the first half. Our guys did a nice job in the second half of just playing the right way, doing what we need to do. Very efficient. Couple too many turnovers, but defensively a lot of good things done. Good to see a lot of my young freshman guys being productive, getting more opportunities, had a little foul trouble. So just again, a really good performance by our team. Proud of the way they approached tonight's game and played. Good win.
Coach Chauncey playing with a lot of confidence right now. Is he further along than you thought he'd be at this point?
No. I felt like around Christmas time is when he's finally started to make some moves. There's so much to learn, right, on both ends of the court that your head starts spinning a little bit, and then you miss a couple shots and you're just going fast, right? Now I would tell you that I think his poise is one thing we recognize in recruiting him, that we didn't think it was going to take him long that way. We knew he could shoot, he can pass. I mean, I've talked about all this before. He's got to he needs to rebound better, right? He had 2 rebounds tonight. He's got to do some other things better, but offensively, he's a good player. I mean, he can see things, he can shoot balls in, and his development in confidence from September, in the last month has really taken another leap. The Pitt game helped, going in there, making a basket, just building some confidence, then practicing well, has helped. And then he's just, he gets an open shot. He's not afraid to shoot it in. And then you make a shot, your first shot in games, that helps you too. So, done a nice job. Yeah, they start a lot of games in zone. They start in zone against us down there. We were prepared. Our guys moved the ball, got good shots, knocked them in, and got off to the good start. Really well, just competitive, right? I thought he defended at a pretty high level. Did a nice job of, getting us into our stuff. Had a couple turnovers. I don't know if they were all his fault. That's probably that's way more than usual for him. But he wasn't afraid. We knew he wouldn't be afraid. He's played high level basketball in high school, right? Like he as a junior, he went to Ypsilanti and played in a prep league, and then he went to Sunrise, played in another prep league. Like he's played against high level players his whole life, so he's not afraid to make plays or intimidated by the environment. He just needs to understand what we need him to do and learn the system, which is what he's done. All those freshmen have done by now, and I thought he did a nice job.
How big was it that you went 7 or 8 minutes there in the first half with Hunter on the bench and really didn't miss a beat? How big is that going?
It is, yeah. Certainly, without Chase and Alex, that forces your hand, right? We're a little thin right now, and we're hopeful those guys will be back maybe this weekend. They're closer. Thought there was an outside chance one might play today, but just want them to be comfortable before they get out there in competition. But that's the result of that is these guys get more minutes, and they did a nice job.
Tech is 5th in the league in rebounding. Was that an emphasis?
Yes, obviously, and they got some offensive rebounds, but they missed a lot of shots. 64 shot attempts. Our guys did a pretty good job protecting the glass. There's a couple there that had one possession where they got 3 on long rebounds. Some of those are hard when they shoot a 3 and it bounces over everybody's head. Guys are blocking out. That's going to happen a few times in a game. But I thought our guys, a lot of times we got the first miss, and that was significant in the game, and got us into some transition, and our ball movement was good in that aspect of the game.
Did you ever think it could be 9-1 at the halfway point?
I don't think about it like that. I've said this before. I just look at every week. I look at every week. What do we have this week? What do we have to do to try to play well this week? How do I need to prepare my guys? What messaging do I need to do as the head coach? Obviously, how much do we need to practice? just get with my staff and try to manage every week the best we can, and then figure it out as we go. Obviously, I'm thrilled, happy for our team and players and fans, but there's still 10 games to go. So, we've done a nice job of staying together, being focused, and played well enough to win some good games.
Do you pull up the standings sometimes just to see Clemson?
Yeah, absolutely. Our guys do that. Absolutely. We talk about it a little bit. We don't talk about it a lot, but we certainly make our guys understand where they are, and but we don't make a big deal about it. There's still way too much basketball left. These guys don't need all that. They need to be, dream big, focus small, right? So we need to be on point.
With all that being said, do you think that your guys, do you see kind of maybe an uptick in their belief that, hey, this is no surprise to us, we should be?
Yeah, I think our older players, PJ, Alex, Chase, Hunter Tyson, myself, we felt like we were going to have a good team, and so we've talked a lot this year about no limits, right? We're playing, right? Let's see what we can do. Let's not put limits on ourselves. No limits, no excuses, no regrets has kind of been what we've talked about this year, and it really stemmed from a meeting with Hunter and I this summer, and he's done a nice job as our leader of echoing those kinds of message. And so we kind of talk about that. We talk in that terminology more than we talk about standings and must-wins. And, we phrase it in ways to where we know our guys use those three words. And if we have injured guys, no excuses, right? You got to figure out with who's there and play. And so doing the best we can that way.
Brad, what do you make of the net rankings where it seems like you can win an ACC game?
Yeah, it's obviously it can be a little frustrating. I don't think it's the be-all, end-all. There's years when, obviously the year that we were 35 and NC State was 33 and neither one of us made it was shocking. And there's teams well below us, 20 spaces below us. I mean, I hate to say it like this because it sounds, but if they don't want you in the tournament, they're going to find a reason why. Your net ranking's good, but you don't have enough quad 1 wins. If you got a quad 4 loss, whatever it is, you don't have enough this, that. There's so many factors, and it's a hard job. It is incredibly hard. I don't know how you do it, but I think, we as coaches, everybody, hey, we all look at the net rankings and think, well, that's the tool, but you go and look at that, and there's teams that, I think somebody was with a 70 or a high 60s and got in the tournament, right? Because they must have had a bunch of good wins. I don't really know. I don't think anybody really knows. It's a tool in the toolbox is what I've been told. So, glance at it, but don't really talk about it that much.
You've had a lot of success against Tech in your career, swept them this season. How much does that help recruiting the Atlanta area and the state of Georgia?
Yeah, it helps some. I think it does help just from the standpoint of having a good program and product that kids can come here and be successful. And obviously we have a lot of kids from that area, so we recruit it really hard. I've had great assistants over the years that have, really had some good contacts, and we've worked it and find the kids that fit Clemson. I think that's what we really try to do is look for kids that, appreciate our culture and what we're trying to get done. And I think it's a natural fit, right? You're an hour and a half to 2 hours away and just far enough to go be a college kid, but also mom and dad can come to every game, and you can get home on a weekend if you need to, and great education, ACC basketball, it's a heck of a deal. So, yeah, obviously it's been good to us.
Fred was obviously committed elsewhere at one point this week. Surprised y'all were able to get him, and then just how important the injuries y'all have had has it been to have him this year?
It's been very important to have him. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's a harder question because he kind of, because he did go away, that opened his recruitment up different than a lot of the kids that are just in Atlanta and stay. And it's just part of the process. Obviously, I'm thankful that he's here, and he's been, a great kid to coach. He's a hard-working kid and kind of just puts his head down. He doesn't really say a lot. Chase and him both, they're pretty quiet. Like, you got to kind of pull stuff out of them. but they're both good players. They're competitive.
That block by PJ on the attempted dunk where he kind of had to
Yes.
come back across the lane. I mean, he could have let it go, but what does it say about him to make that effort?
Yeah, again, I think it speaks to his will to win. He and Hunter Tyson's will to win is just really high. And that's part of what I said, I think, after Saturday's game. And PJ's, much different now than he was earlier in the year. That probably wouldn't have happened, right? That'd have been a dunk. In the last, 2 to 3 weeks, I feel like he's playing better. He's more comfortable. He's more confident. He's trying more things. He's not afraid to try something like that for fear of getting hurt. But he and that, obviously that's been a big part of our success. I mean, we're not where we are if PJ's not playing as well as he is. But the competitive spirit of he and Hunter Tyson is high level.
Fred, what do you think of the atmosphere here tonight, Tuesday night?
Yeah, terrific. Terrific again. I mean, our students have been phenomenal all year, and we had a nice turnout from from town and boosters, and people are excited about our team, talking about it a lot. That's great. I'm happy for our kids, and it's a lot of fun. It's great to be in this environment. Little John's a heck of a place to play. It's a beautiful arena, great environment, and obviously our fans are very passionate about their team.
Coach, Josh only played 3 minutes tonight, but he came in averaging, I think, about under 20 minutes per game over the past 7 games.
Yeah.
What growth have you seen out of him?
Yeah, he's just in a tough spot right now. He hasn't played very well the last week and a half, but he's going to be a good player. Like he's got tremendous speed and athleticism, and at times when you're excited and anxious, it works against you. And I think that's happened to him a couple times in these scenarios. But when you have that gear that a lot of kids don't have, you can do things that other people can't. He can be dynamic in the open floor. He can really get to places. He can be quick off a ball screen. He's just got to get comfortable, right? And, he's not a true point guard, and we've kind of had him playing there some. And so that in some ways is not as fair for him because he's really played more reps at the 2. And so, but that, you have to do it some with where we are. And there's some limitations with what we can do with him there just because he doesn't know as much because he haven't had as much reps. So it's just been sometimes things like that happen. People don't understand that it's not all the kid on his play. It's kind of, can the kid be prepared to be successful out there?
Has there been a more valuable player in this league than Hunter Tyson at the halfway point?
I don't think so. Just his day-to-day approach and the way he leads our team, the way he gives confidence to our team. Obviously, he's been a very good player. He's been efficient. His toughness, rebounding is phenomenal. He's one of those kids you're lucky to coach him. There aren't many like him. I've only coached probably a handful. Just in terms of the intangibles and getting other guys to do things and stay together. And obviously we have a group that wants to be together, right? It's some of it is a product of our team having a lot of young players. We have so many young players that they're not like 5-star guys that think they should be scoring 20 points and shooting 20 balls. They just want to fit in and help our team win and get better, and they know they need work. And so they look at our older players for advice, and those guys give them great advice, and they also look at them for how they approach their craft. And it's like, guys, Hunter Tyson was you. You want to be like him. See what he's doing. The sooner you start doing that, the faster you're going to be like him. Now, it's not natural for an 18-year-old to do what Hunter Tyson does in terms of approach every day, and they're still enjoying their newfound freedom of life at college. And so he's just in a really big place in his life, and his professional approach is pleasure.
Give us a little insight on those conversations you had with him during the summer. He didn't come back just to...
No, I think that was part of his deal, is he wanted to make sure we're going to be good. Like, Coach, I want to win, right? And I said, yeah, we're going to win. I think we have a great chance to have a good team. Obviously, we need PJ back healthy, but we get you and PJ back. Chase is going to take another step. Alex is a really good player, is a weapon. We've got experience. Brevin's going to help us because now here's another older guy. We got 5 older players that have been through the wars that can all get double figures. And, you know, if we're cohesive, if we can stay healthy, and, you know, you have to get a few breaks, right? You got to make a shot like last week. You got to have a team miss a shot, you know, like special things can happen. But, you know, it was a lot about that, him wanting to win and making sure that you know, he and I were on the same page. That this, you know, we're not. I know we have a lot of young guys coming in, Coach, but like you think we're going to be good, right? And you know, so it was kind of just reassurance, and it was really good.
Alex and Chase, I'm guessing they've started doing stuff with practice.
More, yeah, just very light stuff, more one-on-one stuff. We thought maybe that we could get them to do some of that yesterday. Didn't quite get to that point. You know, just trying to be ultra careful, especially with today. You can get them off. Tomorrow they can do a little bit more. If we progress, then maybe we'll see Thursday how it goes. And it's, you know, it's just one of those things. Like, I just felt like let's give them another 2 days, right? We can give them today and tomorrow, and really try to see how they are on Thursday and Friday. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll back it up another couple days.
With how well y'all played, you plan on staying big?
You know, I don't know. Game to game. Game to game.
There's some fun lineup decisions when they come back, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's good. You need a lot of good players to win. Everybody good?
Thanks, Coach.
One last question, do you and